Hello, everyone, and welcome to another round with the Future Forecasting Group. I'm your host, Sean, and I'm joined by our awesome remote viewing team. And we're going to be going through August world events, looking forward at what August holds in store for us.
I see a train go by. I see sparks fly out, and the sense here is like derail. So, like a major derailment story. Heavy load, overweight, big mistake, disaster. So, we'll see if there's another one of those train derailment stories. An unexpected shooter event, a crisis, and this is like all units report, and I hear gunshots, and a manhunt is involved. So, a high profile type shooting event, shooter assassin type story. I get the sense it might be politically motivated, but in an urban area, wanted. Looking at the land, I see like some people are running, some people are laid out, injured, or maybe even some of them are dead, but like calls for help. This is like aftermath. Something happened and people are strewn in the street. And then trying to look at that, I'm here again, a structure that looks like the bridge again, surrounded by a dense fog or a cloud. Sense is like either the storm, a downpour, high tide or waves and flooding, maybe even, I get the word collapse there, but structural integrity. People are worried about the structural integrity, and I see water cascading and flowing through certain areas. And for Bitcoin, it feels like a more of a positive move in the first week, and the negative side are moving into more of a downward trend in the third. And that's what I got for August.
Thank you, Naeem. Who wants to go next, Edward?
Sure. Let's take a look here. This was before the eruption over there in France. I saw this in Paris. Explosives plant, but buildings on fire, cars on fire. This was before all the problems popped off over there. So we'll see. I don't think they're finished with the mayhem over there in Paris. This was from a dream. When I wrote the day, I almost wrote 2026. First time I'd ever done that. Like, maybe this will happen in 20. This was from a dream, and I saw that there was a satellite in the ocean being recovered. Oh, the people's conflict. Oh God, this one gives me the creeps here. Spills into the street, large groups of people fighting each other, hand to hand, sticks, rocks, some guns, civil war. And I hope it's not the case, but it felt like it was maybe in Ireland. And it's people versus political class and migrants. Boy, I hope that doesn't happen. They've had enough to deal with what they've done to them. And this one here, landing gear failure, I wonder. Not sure of the location, but LaGuardia keeps popping into my mind. So this wasn't like plane drops and crashes and disintegrates. This was more like front landing gear doesn't work and it has to land hard on the front and then go up in flames here. More like a landing gear failure.
Interesting.
And
Thank you,
that
Edward.
is all the news that's fit to tell.
All right, got to get us some more good news stories to mix in.
I'll get some more dog stories next month.
All right.
Maybe a good cat story next month.
Derek.
Right from the top, explosion in populated areas, significant fire damage, casualties. Definitely didn't have a war zone feel, but a planned attack feel to it. NVIDIA announces breakthrough in its chips used to power AI. Jill Biden's scandal. This is another one that I think might align with something that you just revealed, Edward. So Jill Biden's scandal, trouble looming. She loses some protections she had relied on, becomes uncertain of future. Joe is not in the picture, and I wondered if he's gone. Saw a subway accident or derailment, horrific casualties. Something on the rail was broken or sabotaged, and so I see it coming along, and it hits this area, and it just starts spinning, and that was it. Trump continues to rise in the polls. Second attempted assassination plot, would-be gunman shot and killed. Secret Service indictments, and this is how it looked in August of 24.
Lots going on there, Derek. Thank you. All right, Dick's up.
This is the flight deck of a big jet aircraft. The pilots and screens and controls is a modern one. And there's an in-flight emergency. Maybe was it Edward had the landing gear failing? I see pitch, horizon, radio voices, their ailerons, their control and guidance and vectoring problems. I'm looking down high above a city, tall buildings, and it looks like a mist or fog or vapor. Didn't somebody had fog? Was that you, Edward? You had a vapor or fog in your session?
I had that.
Was it Naeem?
Yeah.
Cough, sputters, sirens. It's a mystery gas. I'd have to say Chicago, that something's released. There's gas roiling down the streets. It causes trouble. But that was a very strong visual. This may not be August. This felt more like late summer, early fall, like Indian summer, toward the end of September. A drone attack with somebody speaking on stage, blame it on Iran. I would hope that we could put this out and somebody would take countermeasures, given our record.
We don't mind being wrong if you guys stop something out there, so.
Let's see this not happen.
All right, Daz, you are up, my friend.
Okay, I didn't get some nice things, I'm afraid. They're all pretty bad. I first started off with an energetic event here. Felt like a release of energy. Weirdly had a signature to it. It was a mix of chemicals and it was loud, expressive, which gave me the AOL here of a bomb. Here's me trying to draw these blue crumbs in the back of some kind of van or vehicle, which is white or grey. This van is essentially a storage vehicle. There are 2 to 6 large drum-like containers, markings on them that are removed, markings or dirt that's removed on the side of the van, almost like old lettering from old stickers with the sticky residue left there or something. Feels like this is a planned attack. Large body of water, which is blue. It's the sea. It's bright and sunny, clouds above. Something descends and hits the surface, then falls below the surface. And here's the object here with all the bubbles rising. The object itself felt like it was man-made, a white tubular. It felt like some kind of vehicle. The data felt messy on this. I couldn't understand why. And then I had the words, when I asked why, felt like it was observed, and maybe this is something to do with a satellite. More top global news, something about a male life in peril from behind with an AOL Trump. He's in a public location, crowded, in a curved area, which is colorful, and there feels like there's something that happens from behind. It feels like an attack, but maybe this is thwarted. Almost feels like there's a big scuffle that happens, and it's a close shave, almost like an RFK kind of feeling to it. You got shot from behind. It had that kind of feeling. It's a bit messy, to be honest, but essentially 2 terror attacks that might be they're not linked. One might be thwarted, one won't be. Essentially, I think it's gonna be the main news.
Thank you, Daz. Really good stuff there. Oh, I should say really bad stuff.
Really bad stuff, yeah.
Good viewing, though.
Hopefully wrong.
I hope so. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here and show you guys where I found corroboration. Let's see. So for August World Events, you guys had your bombing and explosions. I saw 3 mentions of that. Violent attacks, I put 6. Trump being attacked, possibly with a second attempt. It looked like 2. One of the violent attacks might have been involved. That hopefully Trump's stepping up his security.